मैम एक लंबा सांस लो, छोड़ो बाहर। फिर से एक लंबा सांस लो। मैम एक लंबा सांस लेंगी, छोड़ेंगी बाहर। ये दर्द है, ये मैम एक लंबा सांस लीजिए आप, छोड़िए मैम बाहर, छोड़िए। हाँ छोड़ दीजिए। हाँ फिर से एक लंबा सांस लीजिए, छोड़िए।
Fix your notifications. I'm 20 minutes late. Imagine not already being in like the offline chat, bro.
Mr. Sweat,
Come on.
how are you this fine Independence Day, brother?
I'm feeling like...
Hold on, let me take a look at this. People are saying this is a hot video. The thing is, people have been saying that we need to do this whole Unreal Engine upgrade. But if it ain't noticeable, I don't think it should ever happen. I don't know. Let's take a look.
We called it the Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever.
Yo, look at the weapon foundry popping out right there. Yo! Look at the mountains! Oh my God. Hold on, let's see what it looks like from a gameplay
So Destiny
perspective.
looks pretty cool in Unreal Engine. Destiny is based on Bungie's own Tiger engine, which clearly has had some issues over the years. And we've seen the big changes to Unreal Engine 5. Developers able to achieve some pretty incredible graphics and capabilities. We've seen game developers like 343 Industries, now Halo Studios, change engines completely. They're moving away from their Slipspace engine to Unreal 5, in the hopes that they can modernize their approach to making future Halo games and hopefully pump out content quicker. It would be nice if eventually Bungie did sort of the same thing, but for now it seems we're stuck with the Tiger engine, at least for Destiny 2. But I was browsing ArtStation as I often do to check out Destiny art and concepts. It's always cool to see the inspiration that devs pulled from and what we get in the game. For example, here's some storyboard type concepts from Dima Goryanov, which turned into the Vow of the Disciple raid in Savathun's Throne World.
That was so hot.
So while searching through some new art, I came across some images of the Last City, and I thought at first that these were from the actual game. Maybe concepts for cinematics during the Red War back in the day. Or maybe even The Final Shape. Studios like Blur, who's worked on tons of cutscenes for games, had similar concepts, so I thought, hey, maybe that was a part of it. Turns out this was a fan project started by Hyan Young John, and it took a very
I
long
said his name completely right, by the way.
time to create. Now I sent a message over and got permission to share these with you in this video. And I kinda just had to, because imagine a Destiny movie or game with these graphics, or even in a completely different engine. So today we'll take a look at images and clips from this epic project, and be sure to check out the link in the description to view the images in all their glory. Jian says this project was started about 20 months ago and was a project for their portfolio, hopefully looking to get a job from it. The ArtStation page says that Jian works at Nexon Games. So I'm not sure if he was there previously while working on this project, but if not, it seems like The Last City may have helped in his job search. John is currently working as a 3D game environment artist specializing in textures. Now Nexon is a Korean game dev company that has many games under their belt. The First Descendant is one among them, you may know.
Yep.
As for the Last City project here, it was modeled in 3ds Max. Texturing was done in Substance Designer using many trim sheets to save time and usability. You can see some of those here. John says that most of the assets were made entirely by him. As we can see, many of them are modular and dimensioned for easy assembly. Modular pieces are kind of big when it comes to game design. You can snap things together when needed, create different environments, buildings, and kind of rapidly iterate on different play spaces and layouts. But if you pulled this up and said this was from Destiny, I'd believe you. Except the thing is, one developer made this. Took a lot of time, but it still looks beautiful. From the pipes and pavement textures, to Omelan crates, and even a city that looks heavily populated with these textures and techniques. The scenes were assembled in Unreal Engine 5, while post-processing and editing was achieved with DaVinci Resolve. I was told the inspiration was drawn from many different cultures, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Moroccan, and Mediterranean, to name a few. And the thing is, this fits perfectly in universe. The Last City is literally a melting pot. People from across Earth came here to live.
Did that just say Beyond Light down there on that sign?
Thing is, this fits perfectly.
Beyond Light, Bazaar District. I can't read this other one. Lol.
The Last City is literally a melting pot. People from across Earth came here to live together. So there are tons of languages, different foods and activities to find in the streets. Something most people forget about, especially if you only speak one language. Here's a look at some of the...
Dude, this honestly just makes me wish... I just wish we could, like, interact with The Last City. It's like, right now, you come in at a tower, you get your stuff, and I think Destiny is I do think Destiny is a very beautiful game. But, man, I wish I could just go down in this place, interact with the people. Maybe, over there, you have a, I don't know, make a mall, a park. It's a little smoggy around here. Maybe a red light district somewhere over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it'd be nice to interact with the city.
Earth came here to live together. So there are tons of languages, different foods, and activities to find in the streets. Something most people forget about, especially if you only speak one language. Here's a look at some of the industrial assets, things you'd see on the top of buildings. Generators, walkways, pipes leading to different locations. Even giant defense cannons like you've seen on Crucible maps. You literally see the same designs and vents and things if you overlook the tower. Look up towards the old tower and you'll just see what I'm talking about. These assets fit perfectly for things like that and also in a giant hangar area. We're also used to things like giant yellow cranes repairing our old tower.
I miss the old tower. As if you could try. Thank you so much for the 2 gifted subs, brother.
And he didn't just recreate the tower we walk around in almost every day. The entire city in Traveler is there too. From a sort of skybox perspective or, faraway distance, you see assets like these. Giant skyscrapers that make the city down below feel like it's a real place, that people actually live there. Even the, I'm assuming, textures here that are scrolling by that look like cars and vehicles. And you can really see the scale when you compare the buildings to the alien Traveler itself. And as we see a character model standing out looking over the city, it looks like some cyberpunk haven. Tons of people live down there and the graphics and water are just amazing.
Honestly, part of me would love an open world cyberpunk-esque game in the Destiny universe, but you're not a Guardian. You actually hate Guardians. Maybe you're like just some like low-life thug in the last city, and these damn Guardians, every now and then a Guardian just kind of fucks up your day. You know what I'm coming from? And you just go bad, and you figure out how to kill a Guardian. You know what I mean? And that's like, oh shit. But like, there's like, who knows how you could spin. I would play that kind of game where it's like almost like it would be essentially Cyberpunk, but in the Destiny universe. But the bad guys or the at least the opposing side here would be the Guardians themselves. The boys storyline, essentially, yeah. The boys storyline mixed with Cyberpunk in Destiny's universe. Well, the artist obviously worked very, very hard on this. Shinra with a sub, M-Fam with a sub, take this with a sub.
And that's from a distance. We also have close-up designs of these building models as well. Once again, inspired by those different cultures. You see many of the Destiny signs and I guess brands you are used to. Things like Hake, Spicy Ramen, Eververse is there, and even some of the old factions. These shots specifically in the city remind me of some type of movie or a show, say like The Mandalorian, where they're in the back streets, people are hustling, trying to do their jobs, sell different things. Meanwhile, you have a Guardian bounty hunter just walking through the streets as it rains from above.
Dude, no lie, like Faction Quest could have been... I'm just thinking of this game here, guys. It's in my brain right now. You're not a Guardian. You actually hate Guardians. And you do all these, you can actually, almost like the Thieves Guild. You could join the factions with a future war called New Monarchy, Dead Orbit. And it's all just means to get you to a point to allow you to kill a Guardian. Oh my God, that would be so hard, dude. That would be so hard. No. You can literally take the boy storyline, guys. You're chilling with your girl and you're like, Life is good. You're in the last city. Fantastic. And some of you may be thinking, Cross, I've already farmed my loot. Why would I need a Lootapalooza? Well, say, for instance, you accidentally deleted a god roll. The godliest roll you could possibly get. Maybe you accidentally deleted that. Now would be the time to farm. You know what I mean? And it could happen to anyone. Anyone can accidentally delete their god rolls. A new challenge appears. We also have one last Rite of the Nine dungeon. Hurrah, before we dive into our new expansion. The team at Destiny Tracker are running 2 weekends of challenges around prophecy inspired the Watcher to wrap up Rite of the Nine. From July the 4th to the 6th, complete prophecy on eternity mode as fast as you can. And from July the 11th to 13th, complete Spire of the Watcher as fast as you can, solo, duo, or with a fire team. You can win prizes such as silver, one of the 9 exclusive Star Horse inspired headphone holders fabricated by Hinge and Scrap, and a premium Rite of the Nine themed PC unit created by Overkill. Wow. Okay. An outright PC. Okay. All right. And what was the other one? Just outright silver? Okay. Finally, all participants who sign up will receive the 9-crowned emblem. Destiny Tracker will provide more details on how to redeem. For more information around the 2 weekends of challenge, you can refer to Destiny Tracker's page here at their website. All right. World's first raid race is back. Guardians, we have a new raid race ready for July the 19th, which is a Saturday. And you know what that means. There will be a new world's first race where the most capable teams around the globe will conquer contest mode difficulty and fight to be the first team to complete the raid. We're excited to confirm we have partnered once again with the wonderful CB Gray and Evan to bring you the raid race action live from Bungie HQ this time. Stay tuned to the next week's tweet for more information on what channels to follow, the schedules, the international hosts we will support, and how you can earn the beautiful Power Hues emblem you can see below. Oh, that is... What is this? Is this for watching? This is just for watching? That is a fire-ass emblem, dude. I like that this year it's going to be on Saturday, though. I think that's interesting. Everyone is going to be able to partake. And who knows, man? It may just be some of you guys. You may just be like... You may call up your old friends and be like, hey, man, Saturday... Let's hit this shit just for old times. And who knows, what if you might snag it? You might, the stars might align, the builds might come together, the DPS on point, and you in the squad, you clutch up, you snag that first place. Bungie at GCX. Guardians, we're excited to share something special coming your way at GCX 2025. On July the 25th, from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern, we're hosting an exclusive developer panel that'll take you deep into the heart of Destiny 2's storytelling process. Threads of Fate, exploring Destiny 2's narrative craft, will give you an unprecedented look at how one expansion story goes from initial pitch deck all the way through development to launch, with special focus on the Edge of Fate. You'll get to see behind the curtain of our creative process and discover what it takes to craft the narratives that drive your Guardian's journey. We're thrilled to have D2 narrative team members Allison Lurs and Hannah Filipiski join us for this deep dive. So Alice is actually going to be there. That's incredible. These are the talented minds behind some of your favorite story moments, and they'll be sharing insights you won't find anywhere else. Our very own DMG will be moderating the discussion, and we've got a special guest lined up that we think you'll love. Find out more about GCX and how you can also score the exclusive Fight Stick emblem through GCX's channels and website here. Oh, that's such a dope emblem, man. Yeah, that's nice. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, I know some of you guys, we didn't go to GCX last year, but there's life stuff, and really it's not that far, so who knows? We might, I'm gonna be honest, I always decide to go to GCX the day before. I've done that every year. Brief 001 Vanguard Kepler restricted brief, all points bulletin, Guardian operative dispatch contains restricted information for selected fire teams and will purchase data upon closure. The House of Exile. Classification, Elixni House, unknown fungal symbiosis, hazard, standard Elixni armaments, mines, traps, modified, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Intel. House of Exile is a lower house made predominantly from the remains of other houses defeated at the Twilight Gap. However, according to the Cryptarchy, the Exile banner predates Twilight Gap, albeit without an official title. It was simply a collection of malcontents, outcasts, and, well, exiles during the long drift to Earth from Reese. While many of the exiles reconstituted into a house on the moon, Luna, a subsect of the house, broke away prior to the Battle of Twilight Gap, refusing to invade Earth. They retreated to the edge of Sol System to live in peace. The exiles on Kepler are believed to be those defectors. Oh wow, so they're peaceful. Paracausal weaponry has been encountered. Guardians should take maximum cautions during engagements on Kepler. Select House of Exile armaments have been noted to contain stasis crux, cores, or compressed strand tangles suspended in a mixture of Elixir technology reminiscent of House Salvation forces under the Witness and an unknown energetic charge. All right, they're peaceful. Why are they attacking us? Hidden log transcript. The following transcript documents the House acquisition of strand and stasis technology. Do you see now the gifts which I spoke? Here they are set before you as I foretold. the deathless comes for us, and so the giver arms our people in defiance. Through time and space, I have claimed at the giver's behest lost and sidecast technology of our broken siblings on light-conquered worlds. Where they fell, we stand by the will of the giver. Of note, exiles on relationships